What's going on, you? I am Tyzilla83. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to check out my top 3 games of 2015. I've been really excited about doing this video. But first, let's knock some things out of the way really quick if we could. If you would, at the end of the video, please like, comment, share. And if you're new to any of my content and you're like, what the hell? Who is Tyzilla83? What's he talking about? Hit that subscribe button to find out. I promise you won't be disappointed. Or maybe you will. But just stay subscribed, please. So let's talk about the top 3 games of 2015. There were a lot of games. Finally a reason to own a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. A lot of good stuff. Now, for you PC guys, this is nothing new to you lately. I mean, the last few years, you've just been spoiled. Well, now it's our turn here at the, those of us who own the Xbox Ones or the PS4s. Now, sadly, I don't own an Xbox One, so I didn't get to play any of the stuff that they got. I hope to rectify that soon. I hope to change that within the next, God knows. So what I didn't own, I Redbox. So keep in mind, too, some games I didn't get as many hours into others. So I'm sure down in the comment section you're going to, what? Where's this game? Where's that game? How could you possibly think this or that? Well, I'm on a budget here. So I can't just buy every new game that comes out. But I try to Redbox them. Thankfully, our Redbox gets exclusives like day 2. So I'm usually able to go back and pick them up. New games launch on Tuesdays. Usually by Wednesday or Thursday, new games are out, and I try to pick them up and play them. So number 3, a game that I have way more than 10 hours into. I probably have about let's just say I have more than 20 hours into. Was Wasteland 2. I don't know why I'm going to do both. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to give you that, and then I'm going to give you. I don't know. It just feels maybe proof that I own the game. I don't know. But Wasteland 2 was a lot of fun. In-depth RPG, really well laid out. Dialogue was great. Some of the commentary, some of the dialogue was hilarious. The voice acting was actually surprisingly good for being such a small. It was a $40 game. This game actually started on Steam. I want to say it actually launched in 2014, but it didn't make its way over to console until 2015. A lot of hours into it, a lot of fun. Again, it's an in-depth, it's a tactical turn-based RPG or turn-based combat, whatever you want to call it. It's very similar to XCOM or Fallout 1 and 2. It's like those games, but very in-depth when it comes to perks, talent trees, looting. It's just really in-depth. It's a lot more, you expect for $40 to kind of get a half-assed game. This was not a half-assed game. This game felt like a lot of love was put into it, and I really enjoy it. And I look forward to putting more hours into it in 2016, absolutely. My number 2 game was probably Game of the Year until a little while later, until November. But this game, to me, it was Skyrim on steroids. It was the best open world, I call them kind of swords and shields RPG. One of the best open world experiences I've ever had. One of the best RPGs I've ever played. Story left a little bit to be, there was more there that I think they could have done, but it was a pretty decent story that they told. It's not the selling point of the game, but it's definitely, of the 5 things that make the game really cool and interesting, it's definitely on the list of 5 things. I thought the talent tree system, the inventory system, I really enjoyed. The whole game, you just need to play it, honestly. You need to pick it up. You need to fire it up. Witcher 3 is definitely worth the $60. I would pay $100 for this game. One of the best open world RPGs that I've ever played, and that says a lot. One of the best RPGs I've ever played. So to put this game at number 2 says a lot for me about 2015. So about this year in gaming. So this was a very fun game. And again, you have to play it. I hope maybe some of that you get a little bit of info from that if you haven't seen any footage or played the game. But you just need to play it to experience it. Prices are starting to come down on this game. Again, 2016, this is another game you need to play alongside with Wasteland 2. So number 1 probably isn't a surprise. If you know me or if you follow my channel, this is a game, if you follow me on Twitter, on social media, this is a game that met all expectations and then some. Yeah, Yeah. Now I know maybe some of you just disagree, or it's just not your type of game, and that's fine. A lot of you who follow me on Twitter, and a lot of you who've been loyal supporters of my channel are big SOCOM fans. No, this is definitely not SOCOM. This is definitely not like any other shooter, and I think that's why it got kind of a lower user score on the Metascore site. People kind of expected one thing and got a typical Bethesda Fallout shooter, and it was really good, really a lot of fun. The funnest open world, another open world RPG, the funnest I've ever had. Fallout 3, for a while, after Witcher 3 came out, I was saying, man, Fallout 3 and Witcher 3 are just the best open world RPGs I've ever played. And lo and behold, we find out, of course, before Witcher 3 came out, we find out in June at E3 that Fallout 4 was actually launching in November of this year. So that hyped up even more expectations for me, and I thought, oh my God, is it possible we get two great open world RPGs? Now, granted, Witcher and these are two completely different styles of game, but they are kind of that that role playing game element. They are definitely two RPGs. They're two great RPGs. If I had a list of top 10 RPGs, they would most definitely make the short end of that list. And whether it's settlements for Fallout 4, whether it's crafting armor or making mods, whether it's the crazy-ass people you meet out in the wasteland, whether it's, the main quest line is pretty good. I thought there's a couple of surprises that happen in the main quest line. The massive amounts of quests, the massive amounts of places to travel to. It's just everything I wanted it to be and then some, and that's why I got Game of the Year for me in 2015. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. 2015, I think, ended on a really good note. I want to thank you guys for sticking around. I want to wish everyone a happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And also, before you go, down below in the comment section, I want to know your top 3 games of 2015. They don't have to be the AAAs. They could be an independent game. It could be a game you bought in the on your iPhone, on your Droid. It could be just whatever. I'm really curious to know what top 3 games that you had the most fun with in 2015. I threw Wasteland 2 in my top 3, and I'm sure there's some people who probably think I'm crazy for doing that. It wasn't really a AAA game, but I enjoyed the hell out of it, and that's all that matters. So I want to know your top 3 games of 2015, and so yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, share, and of course, if you're new to my content, please feel free to tap that subscribe button. Be kind to one another. Until the next video, peace.